This is part 2 of our trip to Central California, San Luis Obispo, Velee Beach, and Monterey Bay. As mentioned in part 1, the main emphasis was a college dorm reunion. Do you see me? I'll show you later. First, we're reminiscing a little bit. This is our college dorm, the Fremont brick dorms on the campus of Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, which is currently closed because of landslides behind it. And due to COVID and because it's summertime, there's no one on campus, so the wildlife are roaming.
So this is the Cal Poly Memorial. If you ever hear, the story of John Madden, why he never flies, the old NFL announcer, because there was a plane crash that carried Cal Poly football players. And it says right here, Mustang Memorial Plaza, on October 29, 1960, a chartered aircraft carrying the Cal Poly Mustang football team crashed on takeoff at the Toledo, Ohio airport. 16 Mustang football players, the team manager, and a Mustang booster were killed in the crash, and 22 others were injured. Mustang Memorial Plaza is dedicated to their memory.
The story goes, Hall of Fame coach John Madden, a Cal Poly alum, has a fear of flying, which is commonly attributed to the crash, although he said it stems from claustrophobia. He played football for the Mustangs in 57 and 58. He was coaching at nearby Allen Hancock Junior College at the time of the crash, and he knew many of the passengers.
There's nothing better than Higuera Street in downtown SLO, San Luis Obispo. Of course, it's better when we could have farmers market on Thursday night and there's no COVID, of course, but so while in San Luis Obispo, this Spike's used to be our favorite hangout. It's now called the Bear and the Wren. I mean, Spike's, they were supposed to go out of business, but they kept hanging on. But all right, Cal Poly people, Spike's is finally out of business, but 40 beers, drink around the world, and then you got a card, and then after 3 times around the world, you got a mug, and hopefully I can find that mug. I felt bad because we paid $3.50 for a bottle of beer here when everyone else was getting a pitcher of beer at Oso Street subs for like 75 cents, so it was definitely the more expensive place at the time. There was definitely a lot of places to go for cheaper beer, but this was our hangout. Oh, to Spike's. So that used to be Tortilla Flats. That was our old hangout too. That was the dance place. That's where you got nasty with Janet Jackson and White Lines, whoever sang that. That was our dance floor, Tortilla Flats. Now it's another Mexican place, but it's not Tortilla Flats anymore. There you go. Now COVID's really got me pissed off. I can't get my beef ribs at McClintock's. They have a limited menu. Of course, beef ribs are not on the menu. Thank you, COVID.
And there's the famous Bull's Tavern where you can get strong drinks for cheap prices. I never really went there when I was in college. I was a good boy. Next day we traveled from San Luis Obispo to Seaside, and we stayed at the Monterey Tides Hotel. our stay at the Monterey Tides, although beautiful scenery, was a bit challenging. I was disappointed in the fact that they said that they had their own private beach. That's not the case. And you can see the graffiti on the walls. That's just a bad look. It's not a private beach, it's part of the Monterey State Beach system. So that was false. There was not supposed to be all these bonfires, but people made their own bonfires. There was a number of them. It smelled like a forest fire. I mean, I love a good smell of a campfire, but it was too smoky and just was awful. We had to stay in our room.
So great childhood memories here at the Monterey Bay Wharf, or the Monterey Wharf, the marina. My uncle's boat. He's a commercial fisherman, so he docked here. Many good times spent on the boat. One summer in particular, between my junior and senior years. Yeah, I spent the whole, well, about a month and a half on the boat. But here we are at the Monterey Wharf. Check it out. Monterey Fisherman's Wharf. Thank you, Patty.
After visiting Fisherman's Wharf, we went to Municipal Beach, right next to the second wharf. It's a nice beach.
So, sea glass. Hard to find in a lot of places. Look at all that.
So you're enamored by broken bottles.
I love sea glass. It started in Half Moon Bay, 2018 we went? You did your thing, I went on my solo trip.
So this little beach, it's been a lot of finds for you.
Lots of seashells, I'm going to jail for. And really cool rocks with holes in them. I think this is a piece of adobe. Could be wrong. Look at that. Kind of funky. Kind of cool. Holes everywhere.
Okay, back to Find Darren. Where am I at? Here's a hint. This was our recent photo. If you picked the guy there, you win a prize.